Toni Harris Taylor.
You've been coaching with people before. You're not making no money. This is where people think you're insane. Invest in you. How's everybody doing this morning? When I say market dominating position, what comes to mind? Okay. What comes? Don't Google it. You're known. Oh, Google comes to mind as a market dominator. Okay, got that. So online, let me look at chat. Facebook, power position, no competition. So let me say something to this no competition, Erica. Erica, by the way, is in Panama, so this is an official international conference. So welcome, Erica. You're always going to have a level of competition, but how do you dominate above the competition? Yeah, you're not the only one who does what you do, period. But I tell my clients all the time, don't worry about competition. If competition was an issue, there'd be not more than one hamburger joint, more pizza joint, more than one of everything. But how do they stand out? How do you stand out and differentiate yourself from your competition? So, does anybody know your how you are different? Caitlin.
I conduct an interview with my clients before we even start the creative process.
Okay, very good. So that's how one thing that makes her different. But I've got several realtors in the room. Raise your hand if you're a realtor. There's 40,000 of them right here in Houston. 49 now. Since the pandemic, everybody got on that train. So how are you different, realtors? What makes you stand out? Sheila? Sheila's one of my coaching clients. She knows her differentiator.
I think we have to, because there's so many of us, or a dime a dozen is what I call it, we have to be different. And by being different, you create your own brand, and you find your customer that you want, and you start marketing to them.
Awesome. Let me come over here to chat and see what they're saying. So
Yeah,
one of the
Nikki,
things she said, keeping your word and backing your product and service, not lip service. Peter, I see that.
Nikki has her hand up. Nikki would like to talk.
Nikki, go ahead.
Hello. I'm an accountant, and the way I'm different is that I'm fun and I'm funny, and my clients have a good time when they're with me, and so that's how I stand out.
Awesome. So she's sunny. She stands out. She's an accountant, which nobody wants to deal with, and so she approaches it from a different angle. Okay? And so you got Omega. You got something to say?
I'm different. I'm in pageantry, and instead of celebrating beauty, I celebrate women in business
Awesome.
through entrepreneurship.
I love that. So that is totally different. Did y'all hear I was crowned a queen? Y'all will hear more about that later. Okay, all right, very good. So to differentiate your business, you want to determine your strategic position in the market. Determine your primary market domination. Determine your supporting business model. Determine your secondary market position, and create your market dominating position statement. How are you standing out? So if I were to ask this room, those of you who know me, what is my market dominating position, what would you say? I'm a business coach. I'm a sales and marketing coach. But what's my market dominating position?
You're a connector.
I heard that over above. Say it again.
You're a
Connecting.
connector.
The coach that connects.
That connects.
There's no other business coach I know, because I've hired a lot of them, who've opened the doors for me that I've opened for my clients. Now, I'm not going to brag, but I am. The people that Val highlighted were direct referrals from me. That's how I'm different. What is it that you do that you might not even see that you do that makes you slightly different than everybody else? And that's your secret sauce, your superpower. Y'all couldn't see it, but Nikki put up her, when she was spotlighted, she has a super shero with a calculator. I love that. That's a market dominating position, ma'am. Right? The super shero with a calculator. I love that. So we're going to work a little bit on that for you. 3 areas to separate yourself from your competition. Number 1 is level of service. Now, here's the deal. Just because you give good service doesn't make you different. In fact, everybody should be giving good service. That should go without saying. It is not a differentiator. And it's sad that you think it is. Because what that means is a lot of people aren't giving good service. And I get that. But there is something, we got to dig deeper on that level of service. And we're going to do that in a minute. Selection. What can you give them that is different for selection?
Online, period. I just went in and closed it, period.
Okay.
So please
mute her for me. Okay. Very good. So what can you give that's different in your offerings in selection? So I'm going to take B, for example. B is Sweet Granny B's. We just ate her desserts, right? They were awesome. But she wants to be different in that she is going to do cooking and training for young adults. I keep saying young adults. She says anybody, but we got to get targeted. We're going to talk about that next. Young adults who can't cook. That's a lost art because they've eaten out their whole life. So she's the baker who can teach you how to bake. That's a differentiator. Are y'all following me? So, and then she has multiple items for selection. You can buy her desserts. She can come cook. She can cook them for you. She can teach you how to make them. And then pricing. Okay. The cheapest does not win. We are clear on that? Yes. Malcolm's yes. So the cheapest does not win. The reason you lower your prices is because you don't know how to sell the value. I struggle. I'm still struggling. You'll see when I give you an opportunity tomorrow to coach with me. Malcolm's like, that's not enough. So, you know, it is all about, but cheapest does not win, and that I have learned. So let's just drill down a little bit on level of service. So what do you do differently that no one else does? Day, we came up with it. When Day came to me, she was a certified organizer. Now, Day, who are you? Oh, wait. Yeah, Mike.
I am the productivity coach who organizes.
See the difference? She can help you be more productive and come and organize you. You see the difference, okay? Speed, can you deliver faster than anyone else? Remember Domino's? What were they famous for when they first started? 30 minutes or free. What can you do in your business to deliver extra speed so that people will say they need to do business with you? How about education and training? You don't need all these. Pick one or two, but drill on that one to make you stand out. Okay, so education and training. So for instance, is there some component of education that you can give in your programs or whatever you sell that will make it easier for the person to use? For instance, if you sell a software, we all buy these expensive phones. Now, the cell phone services would be very smart if they offer training classes to use these phones. So is there something in your business that you can offer additional education and training to help people to be aware? Then remove purchase risk with guarantees. I don't know if you heard Val. Val said, I will create your content as if it's you, or I'll do it again. That's a guarantee. What area can you offer some sort of guarantee? And then security and safety. So how does your service, your product enhance someone's security and safety? These are the things people are looking for in addition to good service, delivering an expert product, right? That goes without saying. It's the above and beyond. Let's talk about guarantees just for a second. And that is, most of us don't want to offer guarantees because we're afraid that people will take us up on it. Money back guarantees. NIA has a return on investment guarantee. And what it does is it takes the risk out of the purchase. So when you become an NIA member, we guarantee you'll make X number of dollars from that guarantee, and you have to do your part. Right? If you don't do your part, the guarantee is off the table. So you can create a guarantee that the customer has to do their part. And then if they don't do their part, the guarantee is null and void. So there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So in a poll, and we'll just poll the room, in chat, what of these areas here can you add as value to make you stand out as different in your market? So I'll watch the chat. And then in the room, does anybody want to share? Okay, I didn't hear. Mic Star. Can you cover the mic? So let me say this about the mic covers. They actually need to be unique to you. Ha 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 ha. So go ahead and open it, Sonia. Let her open her. Take that one off. Stay right there with her. Yep, that's perfect. Throw it in the floor. So these mic covers, we'll be passing them out on the next break. I'm talking to the room right now because for sanitation reasons, we want to make sure we're not passing germs. So after you give your comment, take your little shower cap off the mic and then keep it with you for the next time you use the mic. Okay, Sonia.
So for me, well, first of all, my name is Dr. Sonia Ogletree-Satani. I think what makes me stand out is that I had the opportunity of being featured in Forbes as one of the Southeast women business leaders. I think in terms of what I need to do to make myself stand out more is to promote that, to talk about that, because I'm still kind of invisible.
Okay.
But in terms of the education and training with my company, I'm able to offer that to my clients, especially brand new business owners. So we teach them how to work with their employees, you know, from the beginning all the way to the end. So we're giving them the education, the training, and the certifications that they need.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. And yes, you got the idea. Keep that for the next time. So Dr. Sonia's, you're Dr. too, right? I got Dr. Sonia, Dr. Sonja, and then Sonia, Mrs. Sonia in the back. So the popular name here today. So your Forbes goes more towards your marketing, and it goes more towards attracting your target market. It is not your differentiator. Your differentiator is in your service and how are you different in your delivery. Yes, Malcolm. Sure, please. Yeah, please stand when you...
So I just want to give an example of what a market dominating position would be. For example, take a daycare. All mothers want to, you know, have their children in a daycare that they're not just watching Barney and all these cartoons all day. So imagine if a daycare said that your child will be reading at a second grade level before they enter kindergarten. That's a market dominating position. Or a dentist, for example, who provides dental services for people that don't have dental insurance but at copay prices. That would be an example of a market dominating position. Or say for myself, you know, where I can find any small business owner, anytime, anywhere, any place, a minimum of 150 grand top line revenue without them spending an additional dime on marketing or ads. And I'll do it in less than 45 minutes. That's a market dominating position. It's going to kind of give you an idea of what that would look like.
I love that. Thank you so much, Malcolm. I appreciate that. Y'all, so we're going to work on our market dominating positions. Page 26 in your workbook, if you're online. Let's take a few minutes and let's work on how we can separate your business from the competition. Is it the level of service? Is it the speed, education, and training? Remove the risk with guarantees, quality, or security and safety. So let's take 5 minutes. Somebody put 5 minutes on the timer just to get your juices flowing and see what we come up with on how you can separate your business from the competition. Yes, ma'am.
We have a question in the chat. What would security and safety cover? She has personalized and promotional items.
So safety and security probably would not be one of your choices that I can think of off the top of my head. Guarantees.
You could have safe products to make sure nobody, you know.
You could do that. You could do that. But as a market dominating position for the business overall, I think guarantees would be one that you could use to implement. Remember, you're only trying to implement one or two, so not everyone is appropriate. Like, I'm a business coach, so safety is not one I would implement because my business doesn't lend itself to that. Does that answer the question? So for promotional items, I'd say maybe guarantees would be good, that you'll love the products or we'll replace it or it's free, that kind of thing. By the way, your guarantee doesn't have to mean money back. Remember, my NIA guarantee is you'll make a certain amount of money as long as you attend 11 out of 12 meetings and send a sub for the one you miss and pass 12 referrals. So you have two pieces you have to do. But my guarantee is your second year is free. So it's not money back all the time when it comes to guarantees. How much more time on the clock? Are y'all still working on your dominating? Okay. Yeah. So I introduce you all to Larry, who I fondly call my brother. It's so cool when you can choose your family members. Some of them are born, but others you can choose, right? And so Larry is still in corporate, and he's trying to break loose. So I kind of twisted his arm to be here. And so Larry runs E2W Inc. I won't tell you that I came up with that name, but it's E2W Inc. And what E2W Inc. does is outsourced virtual assistants from the Philippines. How many of y'all need, so every piece of graphic y'all are looking at in my life right this minute today, these tents, this workbook, the PowerPoint was done by my staff. I have a team of 4 people in the Philippines. Larry outsourced them and found them all for me. Isn't that awesome?
That's incredible.
And we'll talk more about that. Yes. So what is your level of service that you can?
So I actually have 2. So one of them is it's really personalized. I think Caitlin said she does kind of a screening or an interview first. That's what I do. I do an interview and I really try to get to know you as a person and also your business. I want to understand that as well as I can so that if you're looking for someone to work your business in whatever capacity it is, that I kind of take your personality, try to understand it, and then try to find the perfect match for you based on those things. So that's one. And the other one is that I give unlimited placements. So in the event that I get it wrong, sometimes it happens. I don't know if anybody's ever hired someone they look really, really good on paper, and they interviewed really, really well. And then when they get on the job, man, such a disappointment. And I've had it the other way too, where people, I was like, nah, I probably wouldn't hire them, and then somebody else hired them. And then I realized, because where I work, we kind of all hire, and they hired them, and I'm like, man, that person, I passed on them, and you picked them up, and they're like really good. So sometimes that happens. So because of that, and I know it happens, I'll just keep trying until I get it right. That's it.
All right, excellent. Thank you. How many of you know you're wearing too many hats in your business? You doing PowerPoints, and y'all ain't got no business doing that stuff. And when I'm gonna tell you something, when I hired through Larry these people, it changed the game about my mindset about being a business owner. So you know what I say? I go and find clients so I can pay them, and I'm feeding their families, and they are eternally grateful. So, and I will tell you that the rates start anywhere from $5 an hour to $12 an hour. And it's not just graphics, okay? But, and social media management, the whole 9 yards. So I knew you would. Okay, online, who has a market dominating position? Did somebody online have something? I'm gonna come over here to chat. Go ahead.
May I mention mine, Toni?
Yes.
See what you think?
Sure.
So I guess this would be under teaching, but I differentiate myself because I teach people how to use the tech systems that I set up for them so that they're not left not knowing how to change it. I don't hold their website or sales funnels hostage.
Oh my gosh, that is huge, Kimberly. Woo, woo, we'll give her a hand clap for that one. Because so many web developers and landing page developers hold your site hostage, and you can't change one word, and you don't know how to change one word. So she's going to teach you how to go in and change a word and give you full access to your stuff. That is a wonderful market dominating position. Kimberly, thanks for responding. Put Larry's website. There's several people like, I need Larry help. Put E2W Inc. in chat, please. All right, excellent. So now we're going to move to target market. Was that good? All right, got your juices flowing. Now we're going to go to target marketing. Now y'all hear this a lot. You need a target market, but I can sell to anybody. If I ask you, who do you serve, and your words out of your mouth says anybody who, somebody that, then it's nobody. Right, Caitlin? Because again, you can't market to the masses. Does it mean you can't help people? Nikki told me to sit down. Does it mean you can't help people that are outside your target? Of course you can help people outside your target. But when it comes to networking, you know why some of y'all hate, who hates networking? Hands up. You just kind of hate the network. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. How about online? Who hates the networking? I'm looking at chat. All right. So who hates networking? All right. Tell the truth. The reason you hate networking is because you don't have a target market. You don't know where to find them. So I'm going to use Greg as an example because he raised his hand. Thank you, Greg, for being here. This is very much drastic for Greg. He's a serious, not that all of us are serious business owners, but he's a very serious business owner, and he runs a multi-million-dollar practice, and he says, Toni, I hate the networking. And I'm like, Greg, he said, but I need more clients. And I said, you have to get out. So I said, Greg, who is your target? Would you share with us? Introduce yourself. Give him a mic and give him a shower cap. And if you'll stand up and introduce yourself, Greg. All eyes on him. He hates this part.
Hi, I'm Gregory Bledsoe, President and CEO of Chrysalis MSP. And,
Okay. And so who's your target market?
Our target market are small and medium-sized businesses, construction companies, lawyers, and medical. 15 users minimum, up to 300.
Okay. Who is the buyer for that target market?
Usually the controller, or the business owner. They're usually making the decision.
Business owner, controller. What about CIOs?
CIOs, yes. Typically we do what they call co-managed IT, so we're working in conjunction with them. But typically we're looking for the CFO, or the business owner.
Okay, excellent. Give them a round of applause. So good. Somebody read that second bullet for me here in the room. Mic and a shower cap. And it's up here.
Who's talking? I'm sorry.
Oh.
Do you need a shower?
Yes. We have plenty of those, okay? So Dandrian is Day's sister. Thank you, Day, for believing enough in me to share your sister. I appreciate that. Stand up. Introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Dandrian Gray, and I'm the founder and executive director for a teenage girl program in Dallas, Texas.
Yay.
I've come from Dallas to this wonderful event.
Yay. Thank you.
And so to answer or to read that, there's a problem they have and don't want, and there's a result they want but don't have.
Who is your, thank you. Who is your target market? Who is it that has a problem that they don't want and you have the result and they don't have it? That's how you define the target market. There's some other areas to define target market, so we'll go through some of that. But the benefits of a target market, tell you this technology. All right. So they share a passion for what you do. These are the customers who want what you offer instead of needing what you offer. Now they have a need as well, but they really want it from you. They feel they could live without you or your service, like me and Larry. Now that I've been with help overseas for over a year, I will not turn back because it has freed me up to be a true business owner. They'll buy from you today and keep buying from you tomorrow, and they'll say, what else you got? Think about your ideal client, the one that you love. They're already a client. You love them. They pay on time. They give you referrals. They love you. Who are they and where they come from? Who are they and where did they come from? You want to rinse and repeat that. You want to rinse and repeat that. And more importantly, you want to let them know you're my ideal client. I want people more like you. Where are they hanging out? Who are the associations that cater to those people? So I was at Greg's office and he told me, I need more clients, Toni. I said, Greg, have you heard of SimNet? He said, no. It's amazing what Google will do. So we went over to the Google and we typed in, right, what'd you say? The Google. We went to the Google and we said, IT Officers Association in Houston. 3 organizations came up. This is gold, what I'm giving you right now. This is how I have taken my business viral. So I use speaking, and we're going to talk Friday about using speaking to attract your ideal clients. But I use speaking, a lot of networking, a lot of speaking, because listen, let me be clear. When it comes to attracting ideal clients, you got very few options. You've got cold calling. You got door knocking. Now, I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and he's the only one I'm a cold call and door knock for. I'm not doing it for myself, all right? Cold calling, y'all ain't gonna do that. Door knocking, you're definitely not gonna do that. You've got advertising, Facebook or magazines. Who has budget for that? So you've got to learn to network. How many of you get most of your business from word of mouth? Okay, put it in chat. Let me just see. How many of you get most of your business from word of mouth? Word of mouth. You can do WOM. Brienne, I see you. Brienne's my new fellow queen. Where's Brienne live? Where's Brienne live, Omega? Miami. I'm going to burst y'all's bubble right now. Word of mouth is not a marketing strategy. It's a gift. Nobody has to tell anybody about you. And every time they do, it's a gift. It is not a way to build a business. Why? It's hard. It's unpredictable. You can't control when somebody says your name, pass your phone number, make a connection. It's great when they do, but you have zero control over that. That is not a way to build and sustain a real business. You have to figure out your target market, where they are, what their pain points are, and what is it you offer that speaks to the pain. I know my target audience needs more clients. Who in this room and online need more clients consistently? We do. You do. But you hate doing all the things I've already said. So if you don't learn to network, how else are you going to get clients? Or are you going to just keep doing catch as you can type of business? If you want to be legitimately in business, you have to know who your target market is, where they are, speak their language, know their pain, and then become the center of influence in that market. So I said, Greg, we got 3 organizations here. You need to check out their event calendar. This is for all y'all. Check out their event calendar and go. Their next lunch, breakfast, dinner, networking, mixer, go. When you get there, this is gold, you guys. This is how I've taken my business viral. When you get there, you're going to say, who's the president? And because I'm always looking for speaking gigs, and you will too after Friday, you're going to say, who's the program person? And the person checking you in is going to point to the president. Why do I want to know the president? Now, they make decisions. What else? You want them to know you, like you, trust you, and you want them to, they're the center of influence. If the president say, oh, this Greg guy has something good to say about cybersecurity, we should have him as a speaker, guess who's going to be a speaker? But Greg's got to build that relationship connection first. The other forms of marketing, door knocking, cold calling, you're looking for the 1% who's been looking for you today. Most of the time, people aren't ready to buy from you today. So knowing your target market and where they are, connecting with the centers of influence is critical. Or being in the network with the coach that connects is also critical, because I'm a center of influence. And I've learned to be able to connect people globally. So get your target market clear. And realtors, I'm really speaking to you all specifically. I have a big heart for realtors because it's a struggle to stand out. So I'm coaching with Rhonda. What's your brand now? Okay. And your Jumpstart? She's the Jumpstart Realtor. When I say the Jumpstart Realtor, what's that bring for you? First-time buyers. That's her heart. That's her passion. She wants to jumpstart them into real estate. She's starting to do workshops around first-time buying. She don't know it yet. She's going to start speaking at networking groups about buying homes and probate. Okay? So one of the things with her and with Sheila, and there's enough business for everybody, Sheila went and got her probate certification as well. You know why? I told them my story. So in 2007, my stepdad passed away. And he had a holographic will, which is a piece of paper will, but my mom didn't know it needed to be probated. So we did nothing because we thought we were good. We had this piece of paper. I didn't know either. When she went to sell the house, she could not sell it because my stepsister refused to sign the paper. See, in Texas, if there's no will, his children from baby mama number 1, number 2, and number 3 get to say what happens with his half of the house. And if they refuse to sign, you lose the house. Okay? So that happened to us. And so I'm talking to all my realtors about getting passionate about all of us on ours. Anybody here on their first marriage? Yeah, just a few. Just a few. Right? Right? That's not too promising, right? I'm sorry. Right? But most of us on our second and some of us even our third marriage. Now, don't judge me. Most of y'all know I'm a 2-time widow. I'm a black widow, not the black widow. I swear I don't kill husbands. But the point is this. There's children all along the way who have a say. So wouldn't a great target market for them be these women, and not just women, men need to know too, but people who are on their second and third marriage with children outside the marriage? If you start speaking at women's groups about this, people are going to say, not only is it me, but I know somebody. And you get them on your list by saying text to join, and you send them a monthly newsletter from Val that speaks to that, and that's your marketing. But it's key that you start with identifying that target market. Any questions in chat, Kim or Dorita?
Yes, Brianne, do you have a question? There you go.
No, my question was for earlier. I'm sorry. I'm just listening and taking notes.
Okay.
Perfect.
No.
80% of your business comes from 20% of your ideal clients. And that's your target market. Again, identify who your best clients are and go after rinse and repeat and go after more.
Toni got muted.
Okay. You got it. Kim, you have something?
Got it. One moment.
Yes. Right there? Okay.
There we go.
Very good. Anything coming from Zoom? All right. So critical things to identify your target market. You need to identify the physical makeup of your target market. What's the demographic? In the example I just gave, I focused on women because usually men die before women. And it's middle-aged women. There was another realtor I was coaching with, and she's getting ready to be the realtor for all generations. Right? She's going to be the realtor for all generations. But she's going to start in the middle with my age and then sell the homes for the parents who are making transitions and then to the adult kids. Yeah, the realtor for all generations. So identify the physical makeup. Then you must identify what they want and you must adjust your offer to give them what they want and speak their language. There's nothing wrong with Rhonda saying or Sheila saying, are you on your second marriage? Are you on your third marriage and you want to make sure that your real estate interest is protected? Right? And then teaching them how to do that. Nobody's talking about that in the real estate space. And if you stand, that's a market dominating target marketing position. And you put all your branding and your marketing around that. Now, she's really, really primarily passionate about first-time home buyers because her story speaks to that. What's your story? And how can you take your story and make it market dominating and target marketing? I have a lot to say, okay? But I'm running out of time. So, 4 keys to creating your perfect target. And there's a worksheet for that, I think, in here somewhere, maybe not. I think I meant to do it and was moving too fast. So you might want to take a screenshot of this one. Oh, and the PowerPoint is in the back of your handbook. Oh, one more thing about the PowerPoint. If you want the PowerPoints for the sponsors, you must go into their sponsor booth so they can get your contact information to email you the presentation. So if you want Caitlin and Val's presentation, you must visit their sponsor booth to get it. Same with Marvin and Dave tomorrow. Okay, so please show up in their booth. All right, very good. So how to find your target market? Again, Google's your friends. There's an association and an organization for everything. Find those groups, networking groups. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about strategic alliances and joint ventures. And that will change the game for how you are showing up. But associations and organizations, who wants to speak more to attract their clients? Perfect. Friday is your day. So if you want to speak more, put "I want to speak" in chat. I'm going to be reviewing the chat so I can address some of the things I see. So make sure you put "I want to speak more." The best way to attract your target clients is speaking. And I'm going to talk about how to speak for free and make more money than you would for fee. Okay? Awesome. All right. Any comments on target market and market dominating position? Malcolm, you got a comment? You took your mask off. All right.
We got Peter over here in the
okay,
Zoom
thank you, Dorita.
One moment. Let me get him on. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Tony, I just wanted to understand, is there going to be a roster or some type of who we are in this session with so we can, hook up with them outside of breakout sessions or try to jot down their names and Google their names?
I love that. Thank you, Peter. If you haven't dropped your information in contact, please do so. And then, so if you are online, drop your contact information in chat. Here's another tip. In fact, we'll do this tomorrow. This is your homework. I love giving homework. My inner trainer's coming out. So here's your homework. Prepare your elevator pitch in Word so that when you go to virtual events, it's already ready already. All you got to do is copy and paste. Please don't just put your name, your business, and your phone number in chat. That's impersonal. Write a small blurb, 50 words or less, who you are, what you do, who you serve, and then your contact information.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Don, you have a question? Stand up, please. Introduce yourself. Anytime, let me say one more thing and then I'll let you speak.
Okay.
Anytime the host gives you an opportunity to say who you are and what you do, make up a question. You ain't got nothing to say, make it up. Because you don't know who in the room wants to connect with you. So always do this. Go ahead, Don.
My name is Don Mays. I'm a Farmers Insurance agent. And my question, I kind of want to ask, what would be a target market for an insurance agent?
Ooh, that's a great question because everybody does need insurance, right? So insurance is very broad, Don. You need to figure out what products you really can sell, what's most lucrative for you, life insurance, and then target those life insurance. And I have a lot to say about life insurance because I have a financial past. So you can create your whole marketing strategy around life insurance. When I'm sitting at the table with someone who's talking life insurance, then I can talk about homeowners and car insurance and everything else. But there's a lot of strategy around life insurance that really would work. So if I were you and you're new out the gate, I would start with life insurance. And I know that's not what Farmers is known for. They're known for property and casualty, and that's what they push. But let's be real, that's where you make the most money. They do. So then that's where you need to really target. And I have great ideas around that because I'm a 2-time widow. So I got something to say about that.
Can you take another from the Zoom?
Yes, I can take another, and then Sharia.
All right, let's do Stephen Underwood.
Hi, Stephen.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Whoop, whoop.
Let me see if I can get you up on the screen. Wait a minute, Stephen, because his energy is electric. I want to get you up on the screen. Hold on. He say, whoop, whoop. Let me stop sharing. Can y'all see? Okay, all right. Spotlight Stephen for me, please. Okay, Stephen, go ahead.
My question on power positioning, what you was talking about, my unique thing in the corporate arena, I am a global executive peacemaking officer, and I come from the umbrella of the perspective of spiritual intelligence while helping executives and CEOs from spiritual burnout as well as physical burnout. How would you say for me to present that, or not only presenting that, but packaging that in a marketing strategy that is beneficial and win-win for both parties?
Well, there's more. That would take more time than I have, so I'm going to invite you to book a call with me, meet with ToniHarrisTaylor.com, because you gave me a lot of words in that. Everybody in here is saying, yeah, that was too much. But I can't give it all to you right now. But I would definitely, I love the leadership and I love the peacemaker part, corporate peacemaker, because there's a lot of chaos in corporate. Ooh, taking the chaos out of corporate. Did y'all hear that?
I heard it.
That's my gift right there. That's your tagline. You can have it. Take the chaos out of corporate. I love it. And you're the corporate peacemaker. But we need to, the whole spiritual thing is something we have to talk about. Because, yeah, I like the corporate peacemaker. I just gave that to you. That was golden. Right. Taking the corporate peacemaker, taking the chaos out of corporate. I love everybody. Y'all thumbs up on that. They love that. Clap it up for that one. You just got it, Stephen. Awesome. That is my gift.
I receive it.
You're welcome. One of the things I'm really good at is hearing what someone wants, who they want to serve, and really coming up with taglines and target and all that kind of stuff. I'm not graphics. That's Caitlin. I'm going to meet with Caitlin for a new logo myself. So, but yeah, I did. I'm ready. Okay. Well, I've gone into our speed networking and break time, so we are going to do speed networking and break for 20 minutes. We come back, we're going to actually learn how to ask for a date. Nothing happens with networking or in life until you have that first date, right, Malcolm? All right. Sharia, Sharia had a question. I apologize. Mike Runner is out the room. Where'd she go? I'm going to replace that one. There you go. She's the one that gave me the ideas for the shower caps. So there you go.
Hi, everyone. Shreya Reed, soon-to-be corporate dropout, COO of the Reed Estate, and currently I help small businesses obtain business credit and capital that they need to tackle their endeavors. I really just had maybe not a question, but some feedback. real estate, life insurance, just from personal experience, I think stepmoms are a great target market in terms of as a stepmom who did not have kids, protecting my assets was extremely important to me. And I don't think a lot of African Americans understand you can avoid probate altogether by simply creating a revocable trust. So that's great. I think from a life insurance perspective, you could target the families of those that are differently abled. I have a brother who's differently abled and permanently disabled. You target those families because they don't think they have options. They don't think life insurance is available to them. If you target those families and create some partnerships with those assisted livings, you could tap into a market that people don't generally touch.
Yeah.
So those were just my ideas.
I love that. Thank you so much. Stepmoms. Stepmoms, I love that. That is beautiful. Okay, Diane has a thought. Okay, I will look in the chat to answer the questions. We do need to take a break. But one more thing with that, Don, and all my life insurance, we have several financial people in the room. When people have lump sums of money, maybe rollovers, sliver off a lump sum to go to life insurance. Take $20,000, do a paid up policy. It's the right thing to do because even if they have 100, you take 20, that leaves them with 80. But if they die, which they will die, they will then, if a paid up policy is $500,000, now they're going to get 580 versus 100. That strategy right there, not enough life insurance agents are talking about that. And tax-free income, tax-free income. So tax-free, tax-free, tax-free. I'd stand on that soapbox till I was blue in the face. Tax-free income. All right.